want to welcome you all this morning as we go even deeper in our practice, remembering that all meditation is communion with Spirit, and that's exactly what we're allowing ourselves to do. For those of you who are seated here, welcome. Just make sure that your cell phones are in meditation mode. And for those of you who are streaming in live, I'm Reverend Keith, and this is our Soul Center meditation service. And as I said a moment ago, meditation is always communion with Spirit, even with all the multitudes and various types of meditation. Soft and subtle differences in all the meditations, whether it's a moving, where you just feel the presence moving through you. We oftentimes do that, whether it's Qigong or yoga, things of that nature, Tai Chi, or just moving meditation through walks. There's also mantras where we hold the vibration of the divine consistently. We zero in on one particular frequency of eternality, and we just hold into that, whether it be beauty or peace or joy or love or harmony. There's activations and inquiry where we activate energies, or we open to providence through direct questioning, like we do in visioning. And in stillness, it's a little bit of all of that, but mostly the emphasis is on not thinking, not figuring, not analyzing, not doing anything. So that's what we're going to do. Centering is, one of the keys in meditation. Centering, you come in at whatever vibrational frequency you're at, but you're headed towards this vibrational frequency. Theta brainwaves, slight delta brainwaves, we move up into that frequency. So wherever we come in at, some people come in here, some people come in here, whatever it is, the centering brings us to here. And to center, it's always good to balance your energy field. And there's multitudes of ways to do that. Today we're going to balance the right and the left hemispheres of our energy body, the north and the south hemispheres of our energy body, and the front and the back hemispheres of our energy body. For those of you who are sitting here, when it comes time to balance the right and the left, normally we would outstretch our arms like this, and you just create your fists like this with your index fingers out, and preferably with your eyes closed, but either way, if your eyes are open or not, you just bring your index finger to the tip of your nose in a very slow fashion. And one repetition is a right and a left. And we're going to do 3 repetitions. If you're not able to do that because you might whack someone who's sitting beside you here, you can always modify it by just bringing your elbows down, and it still has the same effect. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to guide you through the front and the back and the north and the south. And remembering that there's a 360-degree orb of energy that surrounds us, sometimes referred to as our human energy field, a morphogenetic field, electromagnetic field, or your aura, which science has now proven, what mystics have already known for thousands of years. But when you look at that auric field, there in the 3-dimensional world, as we center, literally bringing the right and the left into center. When we were born, everything came into duality, and literally the inner eye split into 2 eyes, the inner ear split into 2 ears, and you have your right arm and your left arm, etc. Even the right and left lung, the right and left brain. And so when we bring the yin and yang of it into balance, which is what we're doing, we're centering. And that balance also goes to the different hemispheres, whether it's right and left, up, down, or front and back. We bring them all back to the center. And that center is generally located at the heart. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to invite you while we do it. It's very short, it's very gentle. We're going to do 3 repetitions of each. But if you were doing this at home, you could certainly do 6, 12, as many as you feel comfortable with. Our intention is to bring the masculine and the feminine energies into union, to bring the future and the past, or the giving and the receiving, into union, and to give the as above, so below into union, so that they all converse in the center. And that's what our centering is. So with all that being said, if you are at home and if you're tuning in right now, this means you're here for our meditation service. Our regular service is going to start in about 25 minutes or so at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. So for right now, I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. And unless your body requires you to lay down while you're at home, I'm going to invite you to sit up. And again, the intention is all the channels, all the meridians of the physical, emotional, and mental bodies are open to the divine energy of life force. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to begin. Just give me 1 second. So if you're going to do this as a closed-eyed meditation, I'll invite you to go ahead and do that now. And as always, we begin by first giving ourselves permission to relax. Just saying to ourselves in our minds, I give myself permission to relax. As we invite, as we evoke, and as we allow the divine energies of peace and love, wellness and goodness, beauty and grace, to wash over us and to rise up from within us. Remembering we have no place to go and we have nothing to do. Our intention is to go deep in communion with Spirit, communion with our soul, communion with the eternal. And so we're going to begin by balancing our energy body. And so I invite you to bring your awareness to your heart center in the middle of your chest with the intention of allowing it to open. Some of you may be familiar with your heart chakra, the heart center. Many have seen it as a beautiful starburst of emerald green and golden light. However you feel it, hear it, sense it, see it, just let it open into the holy light. We're going to begin by balancing the masculine and feminine energies, the masculine being the right side of your body, the feminine being the left. And so I'm going to invite you, if you can, to outstretch your arms, creating a fist with your fingers, except the index fingers should be extended outwards. And if you need to modify it by tilting your elbows down, whatever feels right and good to you, but in a very slow and gentle way, I'm just going to invite you to begin to breathe gently with the intention of expanding the breath. And on your next inhalation, bring your right index finger to the tip of your nose. And on the exhalation, bring the left index finger to the tip of your nose as the right returns. And then 2 more cycles of that. After the 3rd one, relax your arms and hands wherever they feel comfortable. I invite you to bring your awareness back to your heart, feeling the cohesion and the balance of the action, doing, and being energies in your heart. I invite you to now bring your awareness to the front of your body, maybe even to the front of your auric field, wherever your imagination takes you to. And now I invite you to bring your awareness to the back of your energy body, to the back of your auric field. Just allow your imagination to sense that. The front often represents giving or the future, and the back often represents the past or receiving. And we're going to combine them, unify them into the one, into the center. So I invite you to simply exhale, bringing your chin down to your collarbone as your head goes forward. Inhale as you bring your head back. 2 more times. And after the 3rd cycle, feel the balance centering once again in the heart center. Feeling the future and the past meeting in the now. We take a moment as we prepare to balance heaven on earth, to and through and as us. As above, so below. The northern energies with the southern energies. And so I invite you to bring your hands up to about just around your heart center with your palms facing down. And as you exhale, bring your palms down. And as you inhale, bring your palms facing up. And one more cycle. And after the 3rd one, relaxing your palms and hands wherever they feel good. As we balance and feel the integration at the heart center of heaven and earth, right within us. We take a moment in this balanced field, and I invite you to continue to have an awareness of your breath and your breathing without changing it, without efforting, but just intending to allow your breath to become fuller and deeper, richer and wider, fresher, all on its own. I invite you to imagine your crown at the top of your head is wide open, like the dome of an observatory. Imagine light is surrounding you, cascading over you and through you, or just the energy of pure light, life force, in the very heart of God. And as you breathe, imagine the energy coming in through your crown and into your heart. And we allow the heart center to bathe, breathe, and expand as that inner starburst of light begins to grow and glow, soothing and softening. There's an infectious energy of peace and love and relaxation that begins to flow throughout your body, softening, strengthening, rejuvenating all the ligaments and joints, tendons, and muscles, organs and tissues. Allow your physical body to go deep into a place of relaxation and rejuvenation. As the breath continues to fan the internal, eternal flame, we can feel the emotional body flooding with divine strength, compassion, and love. We can feel it fortifying and expanding. We feel the energy of divine strength beginning to move out into the mental body, where we deliberately allow ourselves to let go of thinking, figuring, analyzing, and to simply be wholly observant, available and open to the wordless realms of providence as clarity begins to overwhelm us and all distractions fade further and further into the background. And we can feel ourselves feeling the hem of the garment, the bliss body, the energy of the soul. Allow yourself to be overwhelmed with spirit, with the soul. And it is here that we allow ourselves to rest, relax, rejuvenate, and be still in communion with the soul, with God. And should at any time your mind wander, simply bring it back to the breath and allow yourself to go deeper and higher in communion with your true self, with the allness of God. going even deeper and rising even higher. Bringing your awareness back to your heart center with the intention of allowing it to expand, to hold more love, more beauty, more joy than ever before. I invite you to feel the inhalation as it comes into your heart, stretching the heart, allowing more joy, peace, beauty, harmony, prosperity, more self-love and clarity, optimism and faith. We take a moment and we know this is the natural order. The natural order of things is bliss. I'm grateful for our time in communion with Spirit, knowing that the presence of God never turns away from us. We may attempt to turn away from it, but it is temporary, illusionary. It is in communion that we return to remember that we are always seen, always known, always loved. How grateful I am for this. For the eyes, the heart, the mind, the light, and the love of God are always upon us, and they are one with us. For as we say yes to opening the inner eye, the inner ear, availing to the higher mind, we say yes to our true nature. And remember what it means, what it feels like, what it looks like, how delicious it is to know that we are the beloved, born in God's image and likeness, the true self, beyond our gender, beyond our ancestry, our age, or titles. There's a holy spark, and we say yes to ever-expanding good in our lives. I'm grateful for this time together that each of us, whether it be live or in the archives, God is always alive. And the omnipresence and the omnipotence knows no constrictions of the past or the future. It only knows the eternal. And so I'm grateful the eternal presence, as we have all said yes, is having its way to and through and as our beingness right now. And as we have said yes to expanding our hearts, we expand our minds, we expand our vitality, we expand our prosperity, we expand our clarity and optimism. We take a moment and we become aware of our Earth Star, our 10th chakra at the south pole of our energy field. If you were standing, you would see it about a meter, maybe 4 or 5 feet beneath the bottoms of your feet. Some have seen it as an emerald green and white starburst. However you sense or feel or see it or know it, become aware of it, embedded in the fertile soil of Mother Earth. And when we stand fully erect and connected to heaven on earth, we feel that energy pulsing down from our soul star through our heart to our earth star. On your next inhalation, inhale, bringing the energy all the way down to your earth star, grounding peace, love, joy, wellness, goodness, harmony, serendipity, synergistic magnificence, beauty, self-love, faith, and ever-expanding good. We ground it so. We feel it and allow it to be so, even better than we could ever imagine with our surface minds. And we accept this good in deep appreciation and deep thanksgiving by saying, and so I let it be. And so it is. Amen. And as we come back into a lucid state of divine awareness, I want to welcome all of those of you who are seated here to just relax and maintain this sweet space as we get ready to open the doors. For those of you who are streaming in, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to stop the live stream for just a couple minutes, and we're going to bring it back to start our service. So if you see the feed drop, it's because we're stopping it. We're going to restart. Music message service starts at 10:30 Pacific time, which is just in about 2 minutes. So use